tech scandals of the 2010s. That's where we're at. So I found this list of the biggest tech scandals of the last decade, and I thought that what we would do is we'll quickly go over these, and I made a little game for you, Matt, our the most intelligent person in the room, at least
There,
in
there
your
is actually no one else in my room. We work in separate
exactly.
offices, so
So
this is
here's the
true.
game. For each scandal, you have to tell me, right? Uh, is it A? Is it a one-hit wonder?
Okay.
So is it like is it an aberration? Is it
Okay.
just like who cares, one off?
Sure.
Is it part of a dying decade? So is it not a thing anymore,
Okay. Okay.
or is it something we should be worried about, thinking about, considering for the future for the next decade? So it's still a thing. So here are the three choices: one hit wonder,
Got it.
not a thing,
Not a thing.
still a thing.
Still a thing. Okay.
All right. Okay. Are you still with me?
I'm with you. This one
Still
was
care?
easy. Yeah,
Okay,
I
let's do it.
followed.
And I've okay, let's just go. 2010. Over a dozen workers at Foxconn factories commit suicide after working under brutal conditions at Chinese factory making iPhones, iPads, HP computers.
Ooh, that's not a one-hit wonder. That's still a thing.
Is it?
I think that's going to
That's
get worse.
worse.
I don't think
Okay.
it's going to get worse for necessarily the same reasons, but I
Hmm.
do think, I mean, look, the growth of the tech industry, we usually think of like, industrials as, health and safety accidents. And, like if you're mining, you think like that's where all the accidents happen. Um, but I think that there's a real case to be made about the tech industry comes at the cost of labor, right? Like it requires, there's right now, there's like little kids digging cobalt out of the ground in places in Africa so that they can put it in your iPhone. I don't think like, I think the suicides may not be still a thing, but the sort of the, let's call it the limited value of human well-being in
Okay.
the advancement of technology, definitely
So like
still a thing.
in the supply chain.
I think it's
The
still a thing.
All right. Next, 2013, Edward Snowden releases confidential documents showing the NSA has secretly had access to Google and Yahoo servers.
That's probably
People care anymore?
not going to be a thing. That's probably like a
Not a thing.
2010s thing.
Because people just think they just assume that now,
I
right?
think
That the
it's just
government.
where, yeah, I think we're past the pale. I also think that like it doesn't take Edward Snowden whistleblowing. It just takes a Facebook employee driving around with hard drives. I mean, I don't think
Yeah,
it's that hard anymore.
yeah, yeah. Unencrypted hard drives. 2015, Volkswagen admits to cheating on emissions tests to make its cars seem more eco-friendly than they are.
Oh, there's a story in the New York Times
Yep.
yesterday about greenwashing, and not greenwashing like greenwashing. So if you don't know what it is, it's the act of a company saying it's more environmentally or socially
Yeah.
friendly than it actually is. Um, there are short sellers now, people who are betting against these companies' stocks when they think they're greenwashing.
Like
That's a thing.
greenwashing for anything, or just still greenwashing in that space.
Just greenwashing, like anything,
Environmental greenwashing.
basically, like I don't know why it gets called greenwashing because honestly,
Uh
it's
huh.
just misleading statements from a company.
Yeah,
Isn't
yeah.
isn't that like the thing?
You're right. Greenwashing does not explain that kind of icky phenomenon at all. It sounds nice, greenwashing.
Well, what it does is it says like, oh, all your environmental efforts are make believe. But how about the fact that 20% of companies have to restate their financials in some way almost every single year? That what is that? Blackwashing? Is that just like washing
Well,
away black ink? Is
hey,
that
it's a good point because we do have to expand greenwashing. What about those stupid annual reports with like the multi-ethnic, multi-gendered picture, right? I mean, it's a form of greenwashing.
I told my analysts when they were like doing analysis that the thing that they should watch out for is soft signals. Like if there are two multiracial people holding a hand walking through a forest as the cover of the report that they're reading, that report is not for
Instant bullshit.
investors. That is for someone else.
Okay, so that you're calling that
Still a thing.
still a thing. 2016, Apple ordered to pay 13 billion euros in back taxes after receiving tax breaks from Ireland that were ruled illegal. So what do you think
So
about that? Corporate
also still a
taxes.
thing, but I think that's not going to be so much a thing going forward.
Why?
Because
Why? Why not?
I think countries are very steadily getting to the point. I mean, all this
Okay, so a
rising
victory, you're saying.
populism, part of it
All
is
right.
about like pay your damn taxes, like
All right.
stop with the loopholes.
See, something positive right there. A little minor victory there. 2016, Theranos shutters its labs and faces a federal investigation over dubious claims about its blood testing technology.
Okay, so this one is like, and just so you know, everyone, I
Yeah.
am reacting to these on the fly. This is not like a
No, we
rehearsed
did.
thing.
We didn't
Damien
prepare
wants to
this.
surprise me with these things.
I do. I like it.
Theranos is a one-hit wonder, but they're all one-hit wonders in the same pattern. Like these are idiosyncratic events, but the fact is we have a founder fetish. We love good stories.
Ah,
It's
I
all
like it.
about narrative risk,
Good parallel.
right? Like,
You're
and that's what
absolutely
Theranos
right.
is. So we buy the story, and that's going to keep happening. But Theranos is like, you know, it's always a flash in the pan like that.
Yeah. No,
WeWork is
you're
the
right.
same thing.
Founder
WeWork is
fetish. I
Theranos.
like it. Yeah. Okay, so one hit wonder, but still relevant. That's what you're saying on that one. 2016, Samsung recalls Galaxy Note 7s and shuts down production of the phones after several phones explode while charging. What the hell is that?
Oh man. I mean, I really hope that's not a thing anymore.
Yeah, that's got to be a one hit wonder, right?
I don't think it's
Or
a
are you
one-hit
saying
wonder.
not a thing?
I'm
Not a
hoping it's a
thing.
2010s thing. I hope they figure that technology out because, you know, there are more electric cars. There's
That's
more
true.
batteries. There's more. It would not be great if they, what's the word? Exploded.
2017, Facebook says fake accounts linked to Russia bought thousands of ads during U.S. election. That still sounds
Always a
scary.
thing.
Yeah, that's still
You
it still
monetize the
scares me.
account. This
Yeah.
is important to their business model.
hmm
They're selling the number of accounts they have, their per user generated revenue. That's a thing.
Yes, I mean that's the thing. How are they even fake accounts if it's they're making revenue for Facebook? They see them as accounts.
They see
They're
them
just
as accounts. They make money off of this actively. Like Jack Dorsey can go like live in Africa and hide from it, but it's still a thing.
Okay, the next two I'm going to combine. 2017, a Google engineer circulates a manifesto criticizing the company's attempts to increase gender and racial diversity. And then in 2018, Google faces an internal reckoning after reports surface of sexual misconduct across the company, including prominent executive Andy Rubin. So,
I'm just going to
what do you think
flip
about?
that at you. Do
Yeah.
we think in the 2020s that women will run all the companies?
No,
Okay,
but
then still a thing.
but,
Done.
but I think it's gonna. I think whatever seed uh, these brave employees have planted and the Me Too generation has planted will continue to grow. Yeah. 2018, UN investigators blame Facebook for providing a platform for hate speech in connection with the Myanmar genocide of Muslims.
You could just repeat that and just insert different.
So still a thing.
Yeah. So far, every one of these scandals is still a thing. That's really frightening.
That's scary. Yeah. So, and it kind of blows up Zuck's favorite thing, which is that Facebook's just a platform. 2018, staying with Facebook, Facebook admits that Cambridge Analytica, a controversial data analysis firm linked to the Trump campaign, improperly obtained and mishandled millions of users' data. I'm guessing that's still a thing.
I mean, I just improperly got hard drives out of someone's car. So,
Oh, well, are you admitting it?
oh, whoops.
So let's see if we'll see
No.
if our show has
No, it's
any
not me.
reach to see if you get a knock on the door. Lastly, 2018, because I'm going to skip the ones from 2019, which are Boeing and WeWork. So since we talk about those things every day, they're
Well, I
obviously
do want to
still
do
thing.
a quick update on Boeing, like
Okay.
a 30-second update.
So the final scandal is in 2018, following widespread protests from its employees, Google agrees not to renew a secretive contract to help the Pentagon build AI for drones. That's an interesting one.
Whew, I think that's not going to be a thing going forward.
Really,
Actually,
really. So you think that that workers will sort of lose their ability to change internal policy by?
no, I think it's going to hinge on the election. I actually think that
Okay.
workers are going to selectively choose which government they want to operate with. And if like, a Democrat wins, then there's a more pro-immigration policy, I think that just kind of fades away, and then they turn their activism to something else. That's what I
Well,
think.
I guess it depends on which type of Democrat wins. I mean,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
also true.